Tea Party, and we're back at it with all things pop culture.
Back on FM 89. And also subscribe to this channel and like this video so
Yes,
you can see
please.
more content from us.
Like, subscribe, share, follow.
Do all the things.
Everything.
Follow on Instagram.
Follow us on
everywhere,
Instagram.
yes.
Follow City FM 89 on Instagram, please. Thank you.
And you can see some fun clips and some fun tea over there also. So getting right into it. Do you want to start us off?
Okay. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things, starting with Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris.
For US president. So the US president elections are coming up. They are in November. And Taylor was quite about this for a very long time, to the point where people thought she was a Trump supporter, which she's not, apparently, as we now know.
I've also heard this. Like, generally, people assume that she's a Republican.
She's a Republican. Yeah, also because you know how Taylor Swift leaves a lot of like little Easter eggs and things for her fans?
Yeah.
So she was seen hugging Brittany Mahomes. Brittany Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes' wife.
Yeah.
Her husband plays on the Chiefs with Travis Kelce. Now, Brittany Mahomes is apparently a Republican. Trump thanked her for her support, called them a lovely couple. And Taylor was seen with her a lot. She was seen hugging her very recently. So people assume that this is, her hinting at the fact that she will be supporting Trump in the upcoming elections.
Okay. But I mean, while I get the conjecture, I also just think it's amazing to have friends, by the way, who have different political views. And it shouldn't, I think that. I feel like it's important to be political, but it's not important to be friends with the people who are same level of left leaning that you are, because
I completely understand what you're saying, and I agree to it. But a lot of people online were like, "This isn't about just friendship, right?" Because Trump's right-wing politics are so right-wing, right? With the U.S. presidential debate that happened with Trump and Harris, he was saying things like illegal immigrant aliens.
He's repeated everything in that debate.
And,
I saw
and
it.
It was ridiculous.
From his past rallies, yeah.
The gap on the spectrum is a little too wide between the two, the two candidates.
Yeah, but I feel like Taylor isn't responsible for all of that. And
No,
I
definitely.
also heard about the AI generation, like that image that was generated and circulated by his PR team, I think.
Yes.
And Taylor was like, that
and she said it
scared me.
confirms her fears about AI, and she called him out. But even in 2020, I think she endorsed Biden when he was running. She made cookies and posted a picture about it.
Really?
Yeah. And before that, in Miss America, and I don't know if you've watched her documentary.
No.
She was very spoken up about how she wanted to be on the right side of history.
Yeah. This I saw in her latest post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Where she put up a story and...
Yeah. So her dad basically didn't want her to talk about politics, but she did. And so this time around, her silence was like very deafening for fans because it's such a dividing issue this time around.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, regardless, like, you're still supporting a genocide state, if we can say that. I think we can say that. In Pakistan, we're saying it. Like, we can call them out.
I mean, it's if you talk about that issue, it's like both the sides are the same.
Yeah, it's not like her stance is, just because she's supporting Democrats, she's not supporting someone who's wrong.
Exactly. But then again, like, fans have really called her out for her silence on this issue as well.
Yeah. No, I'm glad that, like, she is vocal. And I feel like celebrities in general, they need to understand the power of their platform and the responsibility that comes with it.
There's a big responsibility that comes with it. I agree. I completely agree. Speaking of celebrities and Taylor Swift, her best friend is now a billionaire.
I know,
Selena Gomez.
I've always liked Selena, but recently she did some things that
are disagreeable.
Quite
get that.
Disagreeable, but no. And also the fact that she turned a billionaire, like, while I can be individually happy for you, for me, it's like self-made billionaire also. I was reading that headline and I was like, are you really though? Like,
I mean, to an extent, but like...
but when you're a billionaire, there's no way to, like, achieve that status without, like,
some level of exploitation
happening and, like,
for sure,
on the lower levels.
For sure, yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
And I feel like that always goes unmissed because it's like, oh, you're self-made. Yeah. And Kylie got a lot of flack for it back when
Kylie wasn't self-made, right? Like, you have that Kardashian-Jenner name attached to it. So I feel like Selena was a little bit more self-made, but that doesn't justify her, like, political actions.
Yeah, and I think recently Taylor Swift also became a billionaire, and it was like,
oh, did she?
Yeah, and she had her own, like, jet and everything which she travels in, and I'm like, bro, but you're doing all of that with all that money.
People were calling her an environmental terrorist,
which I wouldn't disagree with.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that also.
Yeah, but Yeah, no, the whole, I think self-made thing is a really big myth, and
definitely.
people need to get past it, and like, but good for her, I guess.
Good for her. Doesn't really affect us. But other than that, she also talked about how she can't have children now. She
That
can't
I
have
read
children.
also,
Like, she
yeah.
can't carry her own children
Yeah.
because of the medication she's on.
Yeah.
She does have lupus, which is an autoimmune
Listen,
disease.
that is why I was such a big, like, staunch Selena supporter, because
Yeah.
I've seen her journey, like, back from, like, Wizards
Yeah.
of Waverly
Yeah.
Place, and I was
Yeah,
obsessed
same.
with that show. And while she was growing up, I feel like I grew up with her, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, like, you know, whenever she would sing, who says you're not perfect?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
yes, that's my girl.
Definitely.
Like, you know, she healed me in so many ways, and like, every time I felt insecure, I felt seen by her.
Yeah, because she does have that whole
She has that vibe.
thing
Yeah.
of like, love
Yeah.
yourself and
Love
you're perfect
yourself.
as you are.
Yeah. And then her whole, like, everything was so televised also, from her breakup to her medical issues.
She's been a child actually, because she was on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, or one of those
Yeah.
shows with Justin Timberlake was
Yeah.
also on as a kid.
Yeah. So I've always like felt really bad for her, and also loved her and liked her and everything.
Yeah.
But now, like, things have changed with the whole Hailey Bieber thing, whatever happened.
Yeah.
But no, like, this regardless is very,
It's a very sad
upsetting.
thing.
It's very sad to not be
She's-
able to have children.
She said she's on a lot of medication. She also has bipolar disorder. So because of all of that, she can't have a safe pregnancy.
Yeah.
What is
I'm also glad that she's speaking about it, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, it's still one of those things, like, I wouldn't even like to admit it to myself. Like, God forbid I found out something like that about me. I'd feel a bit
Exactly.
like, okay, like, that's too personal.
How do I talk
I'm going to
about
have to
this?
grieve about it, like, grieve this on my own. And
definitely.
she chose to share it. And I feel like that may make a lot of women feel like
Very seen.
very seen,
Yeah.
like, who are in the same boat as her.
No, I agree. And it's coming back to celebrities using their platform responsibly, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, again, making other women feel seen, and
Yeah.
it makes you feel comforted almost, right?
Exactly.
If Selena Gomez is going through it,
Like, you're a billionaire, and
you're a billionaire, and
there's something you can't,
Exactly.
you can't have. You can't have
Definitely.
everything in life.
Yeah.
God, that was philosophical.
But-
We must move on.
Happier Selena Gomez news. She might be engaged to Benny Blanco, her new boyfriend.
I think he is so good for her, by the way.
Agreed.
He is
After
so
Justin,
sweet.
he is so much better
He's
for her.
so much better.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
initially when their pictures were out and stuff and they were dating each other, everyone was like, oh my God, Selena
Oops.
downgraded that bad, like, heartbreak that bad.
Which is really mean. Like, you shouldn't just,
is so mean.
based on his looks, you
Yeah.
can't say downgraded. That's
And also, like, us, after all the experiences we've had and
Yeah.
seen and like know
Yeah.
of people around
Exactly,
us, we know
exactly.
what matters. Like,
Yeah.
you need to be someone, you need to be a caretaker. You need to be, a person who's kind.
with someone
And
who matches your frequency also
who
has the same
does.
values.
Yeah. And also kind of worships the crown you walk on. And I feel like he does that with Selena.
Oh, that's important for you.
Yeah, he's quite a simp.
Okay.
But I love that about him.
Yeah. That's always a good quality to
Yeah.
have like a man simp after you. It's important.
So I think they're very, very sweet together. I'm really happy if that rumor is going to, will eventually be true.
Definitely. Speaking of all these pop icons, the VMAs happened. I don't know if you tuned in. I saw pictures and things later.
I saw a couple of pictures of celebrities.
Yeah, but I think the biggest moment from the VMAs was when, and I don't know if I can swear, so we're gonna have to edit this out, when a paparazzi told Chapel Roan, who is super big right now, she's up and coming, she's like the next Lady Gaga, he told her to shut up. And Chapel turned around and said, you shut the not with me, bitch. And people started clapping. It was like totally a moment. I absolutely love her for that.
Same. Go Chapel Roan.
Go Chapel
I
Roan.
did not think she'd do that.
Yeah.
Listen, this also reminds me, like, yesterday, Malaika Arora's father passed away. But as a reaction of that, like, Varun Dhawan posted on his story how the paparazzi is being really insensitive. They are, they have their cameras in the faces of grieving families, and how that's really inappropriate. And I agree with that so much, like, on so many levels. Paparazzi culture is insane. They're so invasive.
It's very insane. And because you can see the pictures that are coming out. Malaika Arora is just crying, and her mom is there, and of course they're all grieving, and her son's there, and it's just paparazzi everywhere. They're taking pictures, they're making videos, and it's like, imagine if you're in that situation and your dad has just passed away, and it's a very like harrowing way that he's died. And there's just cameras everywhere, and people on the internet are like,
flashlights, and
I saw comments, and people are like, oh, her dad passed away and she can't take off her sunglasses, and her mom still
I
has
also saw that. The
makeup
fashion
on.
is still on point.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's
shut
so
the hell up. Like,
insensitive. So insensitive.
that
It's
is very
terrible.
insensitive. So I think good on Chaperone for like saying what she did.
But paparazzi culture and then how it fuels into fan culture is absolutely like just unhinged these days.
It is.
I don't know if you saw, but I don't know if you know them. Ayman Khan, she's a Pakistani actress, so she's married to this guy called Muneeb Butt. And Ayman and Muneeb were on vacation. They were on a flight, and a fan was just secretly filming them and their little like daughters, like their tiny underage
Oh my God.
daughters on the child is looking up
have
at the
no
camera.
shame.
Yeah, the child's looking up at the camera. Clearly, this is not consensual because the parents aren't looking at the camera. They don't know their kids are being filmed. They don't know they're being filmed.
Yeah.
And it's up on the internet for everyone to see. They take a cute little trip with their daughters, and that is not okay. And I feel like this paparazzi culture then feeds into fan frenzy, which then brings me back to Chapel Roan and how she called out fans for being creepy and like invading her personal space and touching her.
I mean, while I can also respect the fact that the paparazzi, this is their bread and butter
For sure.
in so many ways.
Definitely.
Like it's an earning, it's their income
Yeah.
in so many ways. But like there have to be lines. There have to be boundaries in place. You can't just shove cameras into people's faces and like take non-consensual pictures. It's like children.
Not just boundaries, but also I feel like there needs to be legislation in place. 'Cause
For sure.
Why
Like,
why is Rahul
on a legal
always on
level.
my feed? Are her parents consenting to that? Like
Yeah.
I saw a video where Ranbir Kapoor's mom is just like shielding her away. Have you seen that?
I saw it.
Yeah, I think we sent it on our group chat.
Our group chat is everything
Everything Bollywood and Hollywood and everything.
Yeah,
But
lots of memes.
it's just so messed up that
It is very
there
messed
is a constant invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
And then fans don't know where to draw the boundary either, at all.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And also, this reminds me of Selena and Justin. And Justin
Definitely.
hates the Paps.
Yeah. And they were
Hates
so
the
young
living
when they started
hell out of
dating.
Paps.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were so young when they started dating, and now when he came for the Ambani wedding,
Yeah.
he came here to perform also. The paparazzi were obviously like, they're always doing their thing, they're calling. And listen, the Bollywood paps can be really funny sometimes.
That's true. I
Like,
agree with they're so funny. I can never forget Neequ. And that's so
for
funny.
me, it's Gigi. It's Gigi. Like, or also,
And the dome. So funny.
Jhandiya, bro, Jhandiya.
They call him Jiju. They call Nick Jiju. It's so funny. But Indian paps can be quite funny. Did you see Rihanna took pictures with them when she came
Rihanna?
for the
Do you mean Rihanna?
Rihanna took pictures with them also when she came for the
Yeah,
Ambani. That was so
exactly.
cute.
That was, but then again, what I was saying about Justin Bieber, he didn't even like look at them. He was just like, oh God, here also, like, even in Bollywood you exist, leave me alone.
Yeah.
He had that face on, so.
But I feel like while they're really funny and it's all well and good when it's like adults and like famous people, photographing kids and stuff, weird, should not happen.
Agreed.
Across the globe. It's
Agreed.
creepy as hell.
Speaking of kids,
time for your favorite topic. Look at you. You're like, it's like you had a daughter. Oh
like,
my God.
Ranveer and Deepika had a baby, guys.
Oh my gosh.
It's almost as though
It's like
I
you're the
willed it to
khala.
happen. I'm the khala.
You're the khala.
Listen, I got a congratulations message from my friend.
No, that's
She's
not
like,
real.
I swear to God,
Oh
one
my
of my
God.
friends
Show me this later. We'll put a screenshot right here.
I will. And one of my friends who's also married, she said we're gonna be a khala soon, and I assumed it's for her. And I got very surprised because she had no plans, and I was like, what? And she's like, I just meant Deepika had a baby, and I was like, oh, you're so real for that, bro.
Anika Masi. It's giving Anika Masi.
I swear. For anyone who doesn't know, and nobody knows, but you know how much I love Deepika. I feel like she is. When we say goddess to like compliment each other, like she was looking like a goddess, I feel like she embodies that term. Like she's that term in human form.
She's so graceful. She's so
graceful,
stunning.
so poised, and so beautiful. Love the way she talks. I just love everything about her. And then
You just can't help it, guys. I love it.
I really can't. But now she's had a baby.
Yeah.
And it's also a baby girl, which is
so cute.
Which is cuter
I feel
than
like
having a
Ranveer's
baby
gonna
boy.
be a really cute baby girl dad. It's gonna be
so
really
Ranveer said
cute.
it in one of his like interviews before that if I have like my life is set, I'm good. I'm married to like the most beautiful woman in the world. I have all these awards. I'm an actor. My life is set. But if I have like a daughter now who's just like my wife, that will complete my life. And I was like,
That's so cute. I love that.
Love that.
Love that. I can't wait to find out what they've named her.
Same.
You have suggestions? You have suggestions?
I don't have suggestions, but I saw the comment section.
If
and
we can
they were
somehow
all-
get this to Deepika. Here are Anika Masi's
I would say name her Anika, but but no, like honestly, on the comment section, a lot of people were suggesting like their ship names. So like Rivika, or Deepti, something like like a merger of both their names. So
Diva. That was one of the
Diva.
suggestions. I don't like that one. I'll be real with you.
she would be such a diva though.
Yeah, she would
And that's also one Nepo baby I'm not handling any criticism against. Like, come on.
This is a Nepo baby you're here for. I love that.
It's so true.
I love that.
So that's happened.
Wow. I think that was the thing you were most excited to talk about.
I'm so glad I got it out of the system now.
Yeah.
Like, now we can move on. We've spoken about the baby.
I mean, you guys can move on, but I'm still gonna be hearing about it. Like,
Yes.
I'm not ready for when they name her, and then you guys like, oh my god, Mash, guess what they've named her?
I feel like they both would have said it, and as soon as it's out, like, I'd be the first person to like
100%,
know.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not, we're definitely gonna be like DMing you on Instagram, being like, hey man, have you heard? But
Moving on.
moving on to
Momal Sheikh thing. We had to talk about that. Okay, so
coming back home.
coming back home to our very own. So, Momal Sheikh did this interview where she said that her family is basically like the Kapoor family in
So
Bollywood.
I saw this. Ushna Shah, whose show she was on, was like, "Oh, are you the Kapoors of Pakistan?" And she's like, "Yeah, we're kind of like the Kapoors of Pakistan." And it was
Okay, I don't want to
funny.
make fun of her like initially, like Abhi, because I feel like मुझे समझ आ रहा है कि वो कहना क्या चाह रही है कि
Yeah.
okay, like we have like a string of like in our family we have a lot of people who are from the movie industry or TV industry, and this is similar to like
For context, Momal Sheikh's father is Javed Sheikh,
Yeah.
the veteran actor. He's been in Bollywood. He was in Om Shanti Om. He played
Yeah,
Shah Rukh Khan's
yeah,
dad.
yeah.
Her uncle then is Shehzad Sheikh. I want to say I should really know this.
Shehzad Sheikh, yes.
And then
That's not uncle, that's Javed Sheikh's son. That's her brother.
no, then she also has a famous uncle. Something
Yeah.
with an SH only.
I don't remember that, but like it's her father's brother.
Yeah. So her brother, her father, her uncle.
Also her puppo.
Her popo's husband is Behrouz Sabzwari.
Yes,
whose family is also famous.
Yeah,
He is Shahroz Sabzwari's dad. Yeah.
So that is a lot of people.
So the comparison
a lot of actors
doesn't not add up.
Yeah.
It was memed a lot. It was trolled a lot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't line up. By the way, I just remembered I was supposed to do this for my other job, but and I didn't. Ushna Shah put out a statement saying, I was the one who compared them to the Kapoors and like don't troll her, and basically she put out a whole thing. So I think the trolling is a little unfair.
Yeah. I think trolling is in most cases unfair.
Definitely.
People are really mean these days.
Yeah.
But no, you can have your opinion and everything, but just like going off the bat, like criticizing someone like that is kind of mean. But having said that, there's also this innate sense that we have to like align ourselves with the better. Like for example, Khushi Kapoor on Coffee with Karan, who's a Kapoor herself, who was the person who Momal Sheikh made a comparison to, like her family. Khushi Kapoor said that our family were called the Walmart Kardashians on Coffee with Karan, and I was like, that's so interesting because it's like you always want to kind of mirror or be known as the
better.
It's also like
the better comparison,
Yeah.
But there's always going to be something
thing also.
There's always going to be someone like better than you, right? There's always going to be a bigger family who you can be compared to.
Exactly.
Right?
And like they all want to aspire to be that family.
Exactly.
So I think it's a bit of a chain, and we're quite at the bottom. Our level of comparison is like the Kapoors, and for them it's the Kardashians, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, and I'm sure you can compare the Kardashians to some family. I mean,
I don't think there's a bigger.
At the moment there isn't, but
That's true.
There was a
I see
time
what
when
you're
the
saying.
Kardashians weren't necessarily, the Kardashians. Like
Of
they weren't
course.
as famous, like when the show started and all that.
That's
and then
true.
you could have compared them to another family, like another maybe reality TV family.
Yeah.
So I do think that what Momal Sheikh said wasn't super wrong.
Yeah.
Didn't deserve to be trolled that much. Was it funny? Yes.
Yeah,
It was a little
funny.
weird to like
It's a
see
bit
someone
funny.
say, "Oh, we're the Kapoors of Pakistan." Like,
Yeah.
it's a little silly. Yes.
Slightly like it goes into that wannabe direction, but even though you didn't intend for it to say it like that, but it just comes off like that, and then people just also want to hear, just want to catch on to like some words that you've said and just troll you.
For sure.
So that's that.
That's that.
We also have Blackpink Jennie.
Blackpink Jennie. Is Jennie leaving Blackpink? Is the real question.
So about that, I don't know a lot about Blackpink.
No. Oh, girl, you're gonna get slaughtered for this. They're one of the biggest K-pop groups. Definitely the biggest K-pop girl group.
Blackpink is just, by the way.
Name one song.
They have this really viral song. Ha ha.
What?
Yeah, my nieces dance to it. There's this really famous, like,
I also only know one song
There's
that
a-
goes Blackpink in your area.
No,
But I think
that's
that's all their songs have that tagline.
I don't even know that much.
I kind of like K-pop, but I'll be real with you. I'm
Wait,
not
so you've
super
been
on-
giving me all that while you don't know any of their songs as well. Okay.
There's one called Boombaya. I
Yeah,
think
maybe
by
that's the one I
Blackpink.
was also talking about.
Not 100%. Maybe. No, but Blackpink are very big.
They are.
Very,
I know.
very
I
big.
know that.
Yeah.
Like K-pop, Blackpink.
Lisa
very
from Blackpink just won a VMA for Best K-pop Video last night.
Amazing.
So yeah, there are rumors that Jennie, who is also a member of Blackpink, is leaving the group. Not sure how real that is because they renewed their contract with YG Entertainment, who are like a really big K-pop company in Korea. And it's apparently the strongest contract in recent years, and they're getting a lot of money, but they do also all have individual contracts. And
Okay.
Jennie's been doing some solo things, which others also have.
So how
Lisa
does
has
that
been.
work? Like when you have a solo contract while you're in a band.
To put out music as
Okay.
a solo artist, then they have contracts with record labels, right? Especially like
Okay.
abroad, they'll have like another record label who can put out their music in America, for example. They might also be signed as individuals to the same record label that they're a group under.
Okay.
Do you get
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
so it's not just Blackpink that's putting out music, it's also like
Right.
Lisa and Jennie and like the other members.
So is there like more beef there? Something juicy?
I
Or
don't
she just-
think so. I don't think so because they did renew that contract, but because she's been like veering away a little bit, doing a little bit of solo things. There are rumors swirling around that she might be leaving Blackpink. But I feel like it might just be better for, I don't know. I don't want to say it might be better for her to stay in the band.
Yeah.
Because Lisa is
Blackpink
doing
is
great.
big, like-
but Blackpink is so big, so I feel like to branch
Like
out
even
right
if I
now-
don't know the songs, I know who they are.
Exactly.
Maybe individually I wouldn't.
Yeah. Like who Blackpink
Of course,
are.
of course.
Even as someone who doesn't like actively listen to K-pop.
Yeah.
That's how big they are, right? They're like the girl version of BTS. I feel like I'm gonna get killed for saying that. But they kind of are.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so they're like that big. They've collaborated with like a lot of international artists and things like that. So yeah, we're not 100% sure that she's leaving. She might be, but I think it'd be best for her to like be part of Blackpink for now. Just
Okay.
for now. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that all the tea we have for the day?
I think that is all the tea we have for today. Anything else you want to talk about?
I think we might just be done.
You want to, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks so much, guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you
yet
for
again.
tuning in.
See you again, same time next week.
See you right here, FM89. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share,
follow.
all those things.
Follow us on YouTube.
Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram,
Follow us on Instagram.
TikTok,
What other places are we on? TikTok.
TikTok and Facebook.
TikTok and Facebook. Everywhere.
Everywhere. All the links are down below.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.